Okay, now that we've assembled our fan, we're going to mount it into the wall. We've already set our rough opening 57 by 57. In our case, we've chosen to put some aluminum flashing over the 2x6s that we use to frame this out. Okay, next we're going to put this ledge on. It's pre-drilled for the fan. Okay, we're just going to set it back against the rough opening, and then we'll use appropriate screws, whether you have a metal building or wood, into the 5 mounting holes.
Now that your fan is assembled, we'll move out here and install it on the wall. We've already done that here, and as you can see in your hardware bag, you'll get these 2-inch roofing screws, and you'll just attach it the whole way around. With 2 people holding it up, you can install these screws. After the fan is installed and screwed and mounted to the wall, it's important to caulk the sides and the top. Due to it being an exterior mount fan, you don't want any water getting into the barn. Now we'll move on to installing the cone. You'll get 4 cone panels with each fan. You want to lay them out just on the ground, and then we'll interlock them. Now that you have your cone panels laid out, hold each one up. You want to interlock the fingers. You're going to use our 1-inch, 1/4-inch bolts, 1-inch long by 1/4-inch thread with a washer on either side. And it's good to go up from the bottom and put a washer on the inside with your nut. And you'll put 3 down the seam of every cone. All right, now that the cone, all 4 panels are connected, we're going to stand it up and form a circle. All right, so you're going to want your fingers on the inside of the cone, and so your last seam, you just interlock the fingers so that they're on the inside. All right, now that it's a circle and you've attached it together, we're going to flip it upside down. So the large end's on the top. With the large opening on top, we're now going to install the grill. With the same nuts and bolts, you attach the grill in all 8 places. Once we have the grill on finger tight, we'll go around and tighten all the top bolts, even the ones attaching the cone panels together. You can do the top one and the next row down. Leave the bottom 2 rows until you have it mounted on the cone. To make the mounting of the cone onto the fan easier, it's important to use this wafer head with the Phillips head on it. Mount it on the top using a speed nut and one of these mounting brackets. This mounting bracket you'll attach a cable to keep the damper doors from opening past center. We'll be using this bolt as a hook to hang the fan on to hold the weight while we install the other 11 bolts holding the cone to the housing. When mounting the cone up on the fan, you can see this notch here. The top bolt that's going to go, that we already pre-installed, is going to go 1-2 slots over from the notch. So that's going to be your top of your fan. That's on the left side looking at your fan, and there's a notch on the other side. Now with the cone mounted on the fan, you're going to have one of the workers go on the inside with those bolts with the Phillips heads on them and push them in from the outside through the other 11 holes and install the washer and the nut from the outside. You'll use this bracket and it will go underneath that bolt. The last step on the outside of the fan is mounting the cable. As you can see, we'll attach it to the top on the hook. And down here, you'll use this spring with a little hole for your finger so that you can pull it nice and tight. This keeps the damper doors from opening past center. After wiring up your motor, the very final step of assembly is to mount your guard. Your guard will just go right around, and we use the same shutter clips that we use on our shutter fan with the same screws that we use to mount the fan to the wall that will go all around the edge. Now that the guard is installed, one of the key features with this is this access panel. With just 2 springs, no tools needed, you can open up this access door and you can grease your bearings. The other thing you can check is your belt tension and just to clean your fan in between flocks.